I've got two poems on survival. The first one's sort of an excerpt for what's going to be a longer piece. She was fresh earth when he planted pain into her soul. His shame, radiating like heat from a dark sun, burned and became hers to bear too. Buried in the silent darkness, that pain and secret shame took root, and shoots began to slowly grow. Tendrils creeping through a soil-soft soul, around her heart, into her mind, ever-growing twisted vines entwined around her branch-like bones, climb up her spine and wrap around her lungs so tight, she has to fight for air. She can't inhale, there's no space there. And as she's laid supine, the vine, it wraps around her tongue so tight she cannot speak. A spirit weak from being broken. She doesn't fight. Words go unspoken. Years pass. Those tendrils that crept tentatively around her heart kept growing, now thick and woody, a living cage. Her heart knew no different until one day it grew wings and felt like it could soar above the skies and sing of all the wondrous things it felt, and how the world was brighter now, and how this heart was lighter now. Her heart's wings began to unfold, majestic and new, and went to take flight. They caught between the bars of the cage, became tangled amongst the untended agony. She pulled and pushed as hard as she could to no avail. Her heart screamed with sorrow, a piercing wail. No matter how hard she flapped her wings, she was trapped. There was no escape. Like a fern unfurling in reverse, she curled in tightly on herself and cursed the day her wings arrived, for the cruelty of making her see the reality of her captivity. Occasionally, when she allowed herself, her heart dreamed of tomorrows where she was free. A winged heart flying high in skies of blue, singing about the time her wings grew and she came alive. As she dreamt, a melody would drift out through the jumbled jungle jail. There were no words, but parts of her heard that sorrow in her song and the hope in her heart. Her tongue tried to tell the tale, but she lay trapped. She had lyrics to sing to the heart's melody, but the vines had grown woody there too. Her mouth a cage of silence, a dark silence propagating the insidious growth. Could nobody see she was walking around a wildwood within? Could nobody see that botanical beast feasting inside her, wearing her skin? Were there no tips of tendrils peeking out from her nostrils? Or hints of leaves escaping from her ears? No clue to the wild torment that raged in her eyes? Could it really have been that well disguised? More years pass. The tangled wild had taken over. Constrained for too long, the continued growth of guilt and shame, confusion and pain in the confines of her constrained mind crushed her insides, pushed against the outside with so much pressure that her bones began to break. They could not take the strain. The tangled wild in her brain, it cracked her skull and broke her apart, ready to start again. And the next one is called Shape-Shifting Spectrum. I am a kaleidoscope of colour, an ever-changing shape-shifting spectrum. I am the violent violet of my fresh bruises that loses its vibrancy to the blues. I am the royal blue of broken veins, puddles of pain screaming beneath my skin that begin to fade to my shades of green, then mellow to my mustard yellow, until only whispered echoes of pain remain. I am the scarlet of my bleeding wounds, a liquid starlet singing her refrain as she seeps from my severed veins and open skin and begins to play her pain out on the stage, as I, use my hues to paint my pain upon the page. I am the sangria shield as my wounds are healed, protecting my rawness together. I'm the delicate pink of new growth as my broken barriers crumble apart, revealing this new part of me. I'm the shimmering silver of lines left behind, the haunting ghosts of pain that forever remain. I'm the darkness and the light, the blackest black and whitest white in all the shades of grey between these polar opposite extremes. I'm all the bruises that have been, all my scars, both hidden and seen. I am my healing, my source of connection, an ever-changing, shape-shifting spectrum. That's me, thank you.